Hello, my name is Abby Kammeyer, and I'm a communications major at the University of Purdue, Fort Wayne. This video is from my Communications 318 course, Prin of Persuasion. In this video, I will be talking about genders and televised advertising. I will be using the text used in class, Persuasion, Reception and Responsibility by Charles Larson, and I'll be specifically using Chapter 7, Psychological or Process Premises, the Tools of Motivation and Emotions. Along with the text from the class, I will be using Gender Differences in Information Processing Strategies, an empirical test of the selectivity model in advertising response by William Darley and Robert Smith. Another source I will be using to explain the differences in genders and their receptions to advertisements is Web Advertising, Gender Differences in Beliefs, Attitudes, and Behavior by Lori Wolin. I will also be using Chapter 7 from Controversies in Contemporary Advertising by Kim Bartell, titled Gender in Advertising, How Gender Shapes Meaning. From the Larson text, I will be focusing on the process premises, specifically needs and attitudes. From the needs perspective, I will be referencing Maslow's hierarchy of needs, specifically belongingness, esteem, and safety. From Chapter 7 of Bartell's Controversies and Contemporary Advertising book, it states, men look directly at the primary message of a given advertisement, for example, buy this beer. Women not only evaluate the primary message, but they also pick up on multiple clues from the message and weave together threads to intuit and infer the inner meaning of the message. Another example as, buy this beer and you will be popular and trendy. This can be seen in a lot of advertisements, specific mostly for women. You see it with makeup a lot and diets, like, oh, this woman tried it to lose 15 pounds. You do it and you will too, and you'll be thin, pretty, whatever the woman wants to feel like. From this quote and reading the rest of the text, we can draw it back to the Larson textbook about the 4 process premises. It falls under attitudes and needs. Specifically under the category of needs, it fits under the belongingness category. When looking at the web advertising article by Lori Wolin, I found the quote, specific media may provide varying opportunities for persons to consider the message content differently. These days, the internet has more influence over televised advertising because it can see what sites you're on and put more advertisements on, generating either feminine or masculine advertisements for you. And on television, it's more a generic audience that they're hoping to pull their intended target into. Some examples of the different receptiveness between females and males in targeted advertising on television can be like makeup for women, as I mentioned before. They want to belong, they want their self-esteem to go up, which is part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They, again, want to belong with other women looking beautiful, and again, it is kind of a competition. There are also ads targeted for women that things are just gender neutral and can impact their safety. An example of this would be pepper sprays you can find in self-defense aisles, and they make them in like bright pink or bright blue or in glittery cases to make it more feminine, even though these cases don't impact their safety at all. They would be just as safe with a can of pepper spray. For men, they don't really care about belonging as much. It's not a huge impact due to the nature of men and how they're already moderately isolated creatures. So if they see a product that says, buy this gun, they will think, oh, I'm buying it for my safety or the safety of my family. They won't be thinking, I'm buying this gun because my friends bought this gun and I want to be like my friends. Men also don't pick up on the underlying cues that women do. In the Gender Difference in Information Processing article, it states, females are comprehensive information processors who consider both subjective and objective product attributes and respond to subtle cues. Conversely, males are selective information processors who tend to use heuristics processing and miss subtle cues. Therefore, men's advertising can be seen as blunt and straightforward, which you can see in like Old Spice or Axe commercials. These body washes and body sprays in their advertisements say you will be more attractive, you will be whatever they want you to say, and it's a straightforward point. For women, they always show these women as just getting clean, and women think deeper past just the surface image, and they think if I'm clean and I smell good, more people will want to hang out with me. The differences between the genders and televised advertisement has been going on for a very long time. Of course, advertisements have evolved because on, let's say, in newspapers or magazines, you can read an advertisement, but what if it's for a new appliance and your husband cooked more than you did in the kitchen? Or you were more inclined to work on cars than your husband. There would be a misalignment and you wouldn't be able to figure out who the target of the advertisement is. Now, with television, you can see, like, oh, there is a man cooking and it shows a blender. And it says, use this for this, this, and this. Straightforward, nothing hidden about a blender. And if you see a woman working on a car in an advertisement on TV, you'll think that, hey, you know, maybe more women should do this. I want to be like her. I want to be more progressive. That's the two separate ways of thinking about advertisements. Also, there's the development of advertisements online, which is pretty much the same as televised, except it can be tailored a lot faster and is more available since more people are on their phones these days than watching normal television. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you take these points into consideration when you are watching television on your own and seeing these advertisements.